Welcome into today's strength lower body session. We are going to be tuning it up just a little bit today. We're going to bring in that fire, bring in that satiation into the lower body. I have a really spicy lower body sequence for us to go through today with a Chef's Kiss playlist to match the energy. I have 2 sets of dumbbells, a core ball, and a yoga block as always. And I'll cue all the way through so that you can use the equipment to suit your practice. Once you have what you need, meet me at the tip of the mat. Feet are just gonna come hips width distance, plant those feet down. Rolling those shoulders up, back, and allow them to drift down the back. Just bringing one hand up onto your heart, one hand onto the belly before we begin. Just notice if you're clasping your breath. Notice if you're pinching your shoulders. Maybe there's an excitement, an anticipation, whatever's building. Big breath in, fill up those ribs. And as you exhale, allow the breath to French press down into the ground. Again, big breath in, fill up those ribs. French press that breath down through the body, in through to the ground. Dropping the arms down, bringing the arms round, big breath in, stretch for the sky. Exhale, we're coming down over the legs towards the ground. Releasing the back of the head. Picking up the left foot, we're sending that left foot far back, dropping that knee down ever so gently. And then big, generous bends in the leg. So big, generous rolls with that leg. So less of a stretch, we're just rolling through the hip. Next time you roll forward, plant that foot down, unravel the spine, taking those arms round all the way up, stretch tall. Exhaling, leaning back, opening up towards the sky. Drawing those elbows wide, bringing the fingertips round to the toes. Step forward with that back leg. Unraveling all the way up, sending the arms with it. Big breath in, stretch tall. Exhaling again over those legs. Big generous bends in the knees, releasing the back of the head. Picking up that right foot this time, we're going to send it far back. Gently drop that knee down, and then we're generously rolling through the left. So just on that heel. Beautiful, stay with it. Yeah. And can we just meet ourselves here? Can we bring our attention into the devotional practice? So I know we see movement as this. Yeah, exercise, working out, training, this word that comes to it. But can we just attach maybe a softer word today? Maybe this is our devotion practice. Maybe it's our medicine practice. Rolling forward, plant that foot down, unravel the spine, taking the arms round, breath in. Exhaling, opening up to the sky. Drawing those elbows wide, and then bring in those fingertips round to the ground. Sending that left leg back to meet the right. Okay. I am going to pick up my 2s for this. Option to pick up 1s. See how you get on. We are going to come to face the tip of the mat. Weights are just going to hover down by our sides. We're going to put all of our body weight into the right foot, into the right heel. We're going to lunge back, the left heel. lunging back with the right foot, and then just stepping forward. So it's a lunge, step forward. Weights are just hovering. Yeah. When you bring the knee down, it doesn't need to fully meet the mat. So just come as low as your body will allow. We're keeping all of the weight in the heel of the left foot. Toes are still staying on the ground. Helps to gaze at one point to keep your balance. Yeah. And if you do feel any pinching in the hip, you can lean forward ever so slightly. So when we come down, you can lean forward. Yeah. That right foot is going slightly out to the side, just so I can keep my balance. And that belly button's hugged in. Shoulders rolled back and down. Yeah. Okay, let's add on. Every time we step forward, we're gonna raise the knee up to the chest, then back into a lunge in 2 and 1. So coming forward and up, all the way back and down. So I'm just lifting my knee instead of touching the toe in. Every time the knee comes in, I want you to use the core to lift that knee. So it's a real hugging with that knee. And then drop back and down. Pressing through the heel of that left foot the whole time. When the knee comes up, we're squeezing the glutes. Pressing the floor away to lift up. Wow. We're gonna add on one more thing. When we lunge back, we're gonna do a front raise. In 2 and 1. So it goes front raise lunge, knee up. Front raise lunge, knee up. Yes. Wow. These twos, yes, they add a little extra spice. 2. Last 1, resetting, bring that right foot in. Sending all the weight into the right foot now. Lunge, tap those toes. Lunge, tap those toes. Yeah. Breathe. I know our heartbeat is racing. I know that we're racing through. See if we can be in the move, in the medicine, in the nourishment. Pressing through that right heel this time. Every time you stand up, squeeze that glute. Okay, let's add that knee lift. In 2 and 1. Knee lift, down. Knee lift, down. The weights are just hovering at the moment. Ooh. Yes, we will do those front raises, but not yet. So just be in this part of the medicine. If we are swinging our leg, it looks like I'm really swinging my leg, but actually, I'm pulling my core in. I'm pulling my core in, which is lifting that leg up. I'm squeezing that glute. Right at the top, squeezing that glute. Okay, let's add the arms in 2 and 1. So knee, front raise down. Front raise as you lunge. We're almost there. 1, 4, 3, I can't even speak. Last one, come out of it. Oh my gosh, that is such a beautiful burn. Grabbing a sip of water. Oh, I'm gonna grab my water. Picking up those ones. Okay. Coming into the middle of the mat. Picking up those ones. Okay. We usually go into a really wide second where our feet are super wide and we squat down. Today, they're in sort of a medium second, so not quite as wide. Toes are facing outwards. Weights are gonna hover. We're gonna dip down, stand all the way up. Dip down, stand all the way up. So we normally have everything underneath us, but now my glutes are going back, so I'm going down into a squat. My chest is coming forward slightly, but I'm pressing through those heels. So really, when you squeeze up, press through those heels, squeeze those glutes in towards each other. Yeah. Careful of those knees. We don't want the knees to track so far over the toes we feel any pinching. My knees are tracking out slightly, but not so far over the toes. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna add on. Every time that we stand up, we're going to raise these weights up overhead in 2 and 1. So we're going to stand and lower, stand and lower. So I'm raising the weights up forward. My weights are facing each other. Every time my glutes drop, my weights come down. Chest goes forward ever so slightly. Exhale as you lift. Yeah. Beautiful, stay with it. Pressing those heels down the whole time. Yeah. Bringing those shoulders down from the ears. Notice if, when we raise the weights up, whether we're struggling and we're lifting the shoulders up. So see if you can create space. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna add on. Every time we lower down, we're gonna alternate the heel lifts. So we're gonna start with right in 2 and 1. So down right raise, up. Down left raise, up. Right, left, exhale. Yeah, little raise, opposite legs. Yeah, squeeze those glutes every time you raise. Okay, let's do 4 more. We're staying down, alternating heel lifts. 3, 2, last 1, coming down, raising the left, right, left, right, left. Wow. Ooh, that heat is rising up through me like no one's business. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Keep your eyes open. It will stop you falling over. Okay. Yeah. Breathe. Breathe. Beautiful work. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the right heel up. Dip, dip, dip. So we're pressing through the toes of the right. I'm pressing through the heel of the left. Your knee should feel easy breezy. 8, 7, 5. Oh my God, I did this yesterday. I skipped numbers. 4, 3, 2. Oh my gosh. It's a pattern happening here. Drop the right heel, lift the left. Dip, 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 yes. Beautiful chaos. I love beautiful chaos. It reminds me of that Kelly Clarkson song where she sings about beautiful chaos. And I always really resonated with that song. I couldn't remember the lyrics right now, but I know it's about beautiful chaos. Yeah, feels like this moment could be beautiful chaos. Dropping that heel back to the beginning. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's do one more, hold it down, lift, lower, hold it down. Standing up, beautiful work. We can drop those weights. Drop those weights. Grab your block. Grab your block for this one. We're gonna do things a little bit differently today. So I am gonna come down on my right side to begin with. Block's gonna go just at the left side of the mat. So I'm led on my right side on my elbow, and my feet are just in front of that block. Press through that elbow. We're lifting up through the underneath body. My hips are stacked, my knees are stacked, my heels are stacked. The top toes, I want you to rest them on that block behind. Open and close. Open and close. Okay, so what's happening here? I'm pressing the ground away with my right elbow. It's causing the underneath body to be active. I'm bringing my right shoulder down from my right ear, creating space. And as I lift this knee, the opening is coming from my hip. So I'm opening my hip up to the side. And as I do so, I'm rolling my body forward. So there's an opposing action happening. So the lift is coming from my hip opening to the side, but my torso is rolling forward. So when my leg lifts, there's almost like a hard stop. So that allows us to keep the hips stacked, the position in that glute rather than taking it just into the bones where we're flinging open to the side. Yeah. Holding high, tiny lifts in 2 and 1. Lift, lift, lift. Little presses back. So you should feel the underneath of the glute. Option. You can come down onto your full side if that feels a little bit more comfy. Position here. We're trying to bring the right armpit down towards the hips. So what you'll notice is there will be a little gap in the underneath of your waist. Well, that's the intention. Lift, lift. Sorry, I lost the move. Squeeze, squeeze. Too many things going on at once. Beautiful chaos. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Yeah. Beautiful. We're going to do a combination. We're going to do one full clam, one little press back, and then come back down into clam. In 2 and 1. So lower the knee down, lift up, little pulse, all the way down. Lift up, pulse, all the way down. So we're doing a clam, we're just doing a little pulse right at the very top. And that's the exact point when you want to roll forward. So again, I'm rolling my body forward even though my leg is lifting. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Last one, all the way down, roll onto your back. That left foot is staying on the block, right foot is by the side. Lift up into bridge, lower all the way down. Bridge and lower. Bridge and lower. Real squeeze with those glutes in towards each other as you lift. Squeeze. So I'm really pressing the heel of the left foot down into that block to lift up the glutes, lift up the hips. Yeah. Option to tiptoe that right foot. So left foot is on that block flat, right foot is tiptoed. And I'm squeezing the glutes in towards each other as I lift those hips. Squeeze. Squeeze. 2 counts, holding high, tiny lifts in 2 and 1. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Little squeezes right at the top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe out that heat. I know it's rising. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful work. 2 counts. We're gonna hold the hips still. We're gonna bring the right knee up overhead, touch the toes back down. We're only gonna do 6 in 2 and 1. So hips stay high, right knee in, right toes down. Right knee in, toes down, that's 5. Ooh, staying with it, that's 4, 3, 2, beautiful, stay with it. Last 1, touch those toes down. We're gonna lower the hips to the ground. As we lift the hips, we're lifting the knee. Hips and knee together, touch everything down. Hips and knee, all the way down. I know it's burning. Ooh. Let's do 4 more. 4. Strong counts, we're at the end. 3. All the way down. 2. Last 1, hold it up. Beautiful, bring it down, let it go. Oh, hug those knees, give yourself a little hug. Yeah, and we get to do the other side. So I'm gonna bring that block onto the right side. I may switch sides as we get into it, just so you can see me. But that block is on the right side. I'm on my left side body. Toes are just in front of that block. Hips and knees are stacked. Press into that elbow, that left elbow. Lift up that underside body. The right toes are just gonna rest on that block behind. Yeah. Rolling the torso forward as we lift that knee and lower. Lift and lower. So what our body is going to want to do here, she's going to want to roll backwards. 1, because we have elevation in our toes, so that our hips essentially can lift higher, because we have more elevation there. And also because we're lifting our knee in that direction, our body wants to rock. So we're trying to roll forward. So what I like to do is I like to gaze at the hand that's on the ground. So it's almost rolling my torso forward. Yeah. If you want to come all the way down on the elbow, feel free to do so. Sometimes you can feel more activation in the glute when you come all the way down. But if you're up, you're pressing your elbow down into that ground. Squeeze, a real squeeze at the very top. I'm going to come down onto my elbow, see how that feels. Yeah, that feels good. So what I'm doing here is I'm pulling my lat muscle down towards my hips. So the aim is we're trying to create a little bit of space, a little pocket of space between our waist and the floor. So what that's going to do is going to keep the spine long and straight. So in this position, what we have the tendency to do is hammock. So our body will hammock into the ground. But what we want to do is try to keep the spine straight. Yeah. Beautiful work. Your underneath body might not be off the ground, but the intention is there. Lift up, tiny lifts in 2 and 1. Lift, lift, lift. Tiny little pulses back. My gosh. I'm coming up onto my elbow. That feels good. Let's adjust the shape. Always adjust. If you feel any pinching, if you feel any pulling, any friction whatsoever, adjust the shape. I came down, it didn't work for me. I'm coming back up. I adjust the block because I could feel a pinching in my hip. Always adjust. Yeah, make the move yours. We're gonna come back to that combination, lowering the knee down, little pulse back, knee down. In 2 and 1, so knee comes down, all the way up, little pulse back, knee down. Pulse back, down. Pulse back, down. Notice if your underneath body is hammocking. lifting it away, keeping that work in the glutes. Ooh, yeah. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one, coming down on the back. I'm gonna swivel just so that you can see me. So my right foot is on the block. Left foot is on the ground. Lift, lower. Squeezing up into that bridge, pressing the heel in that block. Yeah. And the lift is coming from me squeezing the glutes in towards each other. So instead of trying to lift high, which can sometimes put pressure in the lower back, I'm squeezing those glutes so tightly in towards each other that the hips will stop where the squeeze of the glute stops. Yeah. Ooh, beautiful work, stay with it. Option to come up onto the tiptoes of the left, staying with the bridge. Squeeze, lower. A little squeeze right at the very top. You'll actually be surprised that you'll actually be able to lift maybe 1 millimeter or so higher. Yeah. Beautiful work, stay with it. If you feel anything in the lower back, you can bring the ribs towards the hip points, shorten the distance in the front body. Holding up tiny lifts in 2 and 1. Squeeze, 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 right at the very top. So I may be lifting and lowering maybe 1 inch, maybe 2 inches. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I know it's burning. I feel exactly the same thing. Squeeze, squeeze. Ooh, can we use our breath? I know we want it to be over, but can we use our breath? Can we be in it? Yeah, okay. 2 counts, let's hold our hips high, draw the knee up and down in 2 and 1. So hips stay up, knee in, toes down, knee in, toes down. Oh my gosh, my right tush is talking to me. Yeah, let's do 3, 2, last 1. Drop the hips down, lifting hips and knee, but let's do 6. So that's 1, 2, stay with it, 3, breathe, 4, 5, hold up on 6. Beautiful, drop those hips down. Oh my goodness. That was definitely a chunk of goodness. Set that block off to the side, grab a sip of water. We need the ball for this one. Okay, coming down all the way on the back. Pop that ball in between the knees. Feet are staying on the ground. Feet are just hips width distance. Ball is between the knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So we gotta squeeze on that ball. Relax the belly. Relax the shoulders into the ground. See if you can relax the toes instead of them gripping. See if you can relax the eye sockets, the jaw. So the only thing that we're gripping here is the knees, the inner thighs, the lower abs. Yeah. See if you can relax everything you don't need to use. And isn't that life? When I turn my attention inwards, I notice that I'm gripping my jaw. I notice that I'm tensing my shoulders. And just that moment of noticing, that moment of presence, you can relax what you don't need. You don't need to use. Save some energy. Okay, 2 counts. We're straightening the right leg, keep the squeeze. In 2 and 1, so it's a squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Option to bend the knee if the straight leg is a little bit too spicy on the psoas. If you notice that your back is lifting, hug the belly but down into the ground. So try to bring the back of the spine down to the ground. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe. 2 counts. We're gonna grab the ball, keep it by the knee with our left hand. The right leg is gonna touch the ground and then squeeze the ball. In 2 and 1, so grab the ball with the left hand. Right leg is going down to the ground. Squeeze that ball. Ground and squeeze. Okay, let's speed up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. You can support the head. Squeeze, squeeze. 2 and 1. Beautiful work. Switching to the other side. The left leg is straight up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Option to bend that knee if the straight leg is pulling on the psoas. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful work. Stay with it. 2 counts. We're going to grab that ball with the right hand. Left leg's going to the ground and then squeeze it up. In 2 and 1. Grab that ball. Leg comes down. Squeeze up. Lower. Squeeze. Lower. Squeeze. The leg is long. The inner thigh is active. The thigh is active. The toes are pushing away. Squeeze. Squeeze. 2. Last 1. Bring them together. Squeeze that ball. Beautiful. Let it go. Okay. We don't need that ball for this next one. Feet are going to come as wide as the mat. Knock the knees in. I've got my hands rested on my belly, elbows wide. Allow yourself to pause for a moment. Allow all the medicine, all the movement, all the beauty, all the devotion that you honored this sacred movement with in the last hour just to fall on you like rain. Allow all that rain to be soaked into your skin, to be recycled into your blood so you can live as this version of you that turns up to this mat as this practice. To honor, to move with gratitude. To move your body in so many beautiful ways you didn't even know your body was capable of. To shine strength through every pore. So let that settle on you like rain. Let the feeling of settling into your body right now, the softness compared to the fire we just went through, taking a snapshot, creating a brand new album of these new feelings, these new relationship nuggets that we can build with our body. Breathe. Taking the left leg long, hugging that right knee up into the chest. Big breath in, fill up those lungs. Rolling that knee over to the left side, allowing your right arm to come out. And without trying to stretch, allow your body to just settle there. She's already been through so much effort. She can just rest. Coming up through center, we're just gonna straighten that right leg. Option to put the left foot on the ground. Walk the hands up the back of the right leg and just pull her into the chest. Taking that heel on the knee of the left, reaching through and pulling it into the chest. So we're in a fours position. Breathe. What do you not need to use right now? What can you soften? Unraveling, sending that right leg along, hugging the left knee up into the chest. Big breath in. Rolling that left knee over to the right side, allowing the left arm to drape out. Soften in. Soften in. Rolling onto the back, straightening that left leg up to the sky. Gently walking those hands up towards the ankle, pulling it into the chest. Big breaths. Crossing that ankle over the right knee, reaching through, pulling the thigh towards the chest. Breathe. Beautiful work, letting that leg go, rocking and rolling all the way up to seated. Coming into a cross-legged position or whatever feels comfy for you. Straightening those arms super wide, big breath in as we reach the hands up towards the sky. Clasping those hands, bringing them down through heart center. Just taking a moment to praise your body, all the shapes, all the moves, all the shapes, all the fire, all the devotion that she gets to feel. Because you turned up to the mat today. Beautiful practice today. So good, so good. And I will see you in your next practice.